Hello, it's Nikki. Welcome to the Gore Hole podcast. I don't usually open the Gore Hole podcast, but we thought we would change it up for season 3, just for today.
Yeah.
So welcome back to all of our wonderful Gore Whores. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thanks everybody.
Hooray!
Thanks everybody. Thanks for coming back. We've been off for a while.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
But we're back.
A month and a half or so?
Yeah, I think so.
About that?
I think so, something like that.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, it'll be probably 6-ish weeks, something.
Yeah,
maybe.
something like that.
So we're glad you're back. We're glad to be back.
Yes.
It's been a while. A lot of adventures have happened.
Yes,
and
a lot.
So we're going to talk about
Mainly
those.
for you, not so much for me,
yeah.
but...
But I'm going to include you.
I still have some fun stuff I can talk to you about.
Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, we're excited. We're excited to be back. It's been a good little break. We have a lot of good content we have stored up in our pockets.
Yes.
For you. Yeah, we're excited.
Yeah.
Poe's here.
Poe is here. Meow, meow. This is Poe. Welcome to the Poe podcast.
Got my little coffee, got my little water, got my bevies.
Yep, same.
We're good to
your penis
go.
cup.
My penis cup is here.
I love that cup.
It is queer, and I love it. Happy, cute little dicks
Yeah, cute little dicks.
on my mug.
Aw,
Yeah.
they look so happy.
They're at attention.
Yeah, they're standing straight up just to see you.
That's what you want.
They're like, we're up, so you should be up. Have
Exactly.
some coffee.
Exactly.
That was at the Oddities.
Yep. This was from the what was it called? Curiosities and Oddities Expo.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Last year in Kansas City.
That place was great.
And this was a great find. Yes.
Next time it happens, I need to save up like $1 million.
Yes. Yeah, it was really cool.
I really wanted to buy like everything there.
It was awesome. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Memories.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poe's getting into some stuff, and he's getting into your present. So do you want to just open your present first?
Sure. I love presents.
So I got you some stuff from Scotland.
Yeah,
so if you
Nikki's
didn't
Scottish
listen before,
now.
This is my entire personality. I went to Scotland for 2 weeks. Todd and I did, and we had the best time. And I'm going to tell you a lot about it. And I got you some stuff from there.
Yay!
So
I bonded with your kitties while you were gone.
yes, Ginny watched the kitties. She was
did.
on kitty duty, and I'm sorry that the bag it got really squishy in our luggage, so it looks like hell.
I don't want it now.
Okay, I'll return it.
You're like, I'll go back. It's fine.
I'll go back.
Do you want me to just...
Yeah, whatever. And honestly, I kind of don't even remember everything that's in there now. Oh yeah, that's the first thing.
Cat stuff?
It's fudge. It's Scottish fudge.
Oh, okay.
It's Scottish fudge.
Ooh.
But I saw it and it said thank you for looking after my cat.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I kind of misread it. I thought it said thank you cards at first,
Oh.
and I don't know what I thought.
it's a box
Ooh.
of Scottish vanilla fudge. That was like everywhere there, and I haven't tried it. But vanilla fudge from Scotland is like their thing.
Ooh.
So you'll have to tell me if it's good.
Husband, for sure.
Yeah, well, let me know if it's good. And I just happened to see that, and I was like, well, she is watching after my cat.
Like,
so
I have to get it for her.
I'm going to get her that.
Okay, there's something in a little thing. Let's see. Oh, is it a little Nessie?
It's a little Nessie magnet. And it's got Harris tweed, well, like what do I want to call that? Like the plaid on it.
Yeah.
It's Harris tweed is like the thing there. I bought a purse with that.
Nice.
Not that color, but I also have a Nessie. It's a different color.
Nice.
So we have matching magnets.
That's awesome.
Yep. Since we talked about Nessie so much on here, I wanted to get you some Nessie
Ooh, there's some
stuff.
rocks in here.
Yep. So those are 2 rocks I just found when we were hiking, and you get to pick which one you want, and I'm going to keep the other one.
Okay.
Feel
I'm
them
gonna
out.
go with blue.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay.
Here's your rock. I love rocks.
These are from the Isle of Skye, the most beautiful place I've ever seen with my eyeballs in person in Scotland.
This feels like a book.
Mm-hmm. It might be.
Witchery.
That's where the
it's the
book
bag.
came from.
Oh,
In the
nice.
bag. It came from The Witchery.
Okay. Ooh,
I
they
was
wrapped
like,
it up so nice.
Jenny's going to get a book from The Witchery.
Yeah. Oh, I bet that place was heaven.
It was pretty cool. It wasn't as cool as like New Orleans witchy shops, but it was cute. It was on the Royal Mile
If there's
in
any witchy
Edinburgh.
shops in Kansas City or not.
There are.
There are?
There are. I've heard of a couple of them, and I
We
would
need
love to go. Yes.
venture and go,
Yes, we
go
do.
shopping for some witchy stuff.
Hell yeah, I'm in.
Love witchy stuff. I'm trying not to like shred the paper. So,
It's okay.
ooh, Scottish. It's Ashes and Stones, a Scottish journey in search of witches and witness. Ooh.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know if it's good. I have no idea. I just thought it sounded cool.
Yeah, it does.
And it was
Awesome.
from the fucking Witchery. Like, how could I not buy that?
And the lady, oh, look, she looks like a witch.
Yes.
Did you see her
I
picture?
love this. I think I did, yeah.
Ooh, this is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely
Let me know.
report back on that.
Let me know how it goes.
I
Tell me
will.
how many bags of
Oh,
diarrhea.
Definitely. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is exciting.
You are welcome. Is that all?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a card in there too for the witchery.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm okay
Posey.
with the bag getting smushed because I'm definitely keeping the bag.
Yeah. Go for
You
it.
can't have my fudge, Poe.
Poe's smelling the candle and making a face. He's like squinting his eyes, making a face.
Well, I definitely want to hear about Scotland.
Okay.
For sure.
First of all, what was I gonna say? Oh, what was the first thing you got? You got the fudge out. So the Nessie magnet. We went to Loch Ness.
Yes.
We actually went on Loch Ness. I know some of this you know because you watched my Snapchat. We did a little tour, we got on a boat. I think they called it a cruise, like a cruise tour. It was like a big boat with people over the microphone would like tell you history as we were going down Loch Ness.
That sounds cool.
And it was so beautiful. It was amazing. It was this so in Scotland, lochs are lakes. So it's like a freshwater. So the loch is huge. It's like, I think they said it was like 7,500 feet deep, like super deep, super dark, super creepy, dark brown, black water because the water that comes off of the hills is dyed by the peat moss. So it's like super dark and there's no visibility in the water. So that's why it's so creepy that like maybe Nessie lives down there because you can't see.
I remember some of this. Remember when we
Yes,
talked about
I did too. I was like, oh, this is like a repeat of Jenny's.
Yeah, like I already knew this.
Yeah,
Where you're just like, I'm an expert.
like, you know what? Actually, I knew that.
I just
actually
tell you,
knew
I knew that.
And then so they were saying like they always try to get people to not swim in there, which it's freezing cold anyway. It's always like I forgot what she said. Like it doesn't ever freeze, but it gets like it's always like 42 degrees or something. Like it never ever gets warmer or colder. She said it's always between like 2 and 3 degrees difference. So it's always very cold, very dark. And so they're like, they try to get people to not swim in there because if you drown or something happens, there's zero chance they're going to find you because you can't see anything. The visibility is garbage. So even if you dove down,
you should kill
throw it
somebody
in Loch Ness.
You should kill somebody in Scotland.
Yes, correct. That's
throw it in
correct.
Loch Ness. Okay.
Their lochs are so deep. We were on another one, Loch Lomond, that was like 8,000 feet deep. Not 8,000, I'm sorry. 800. 800 feet deep.
Slight difference.
800. I'm sorry. I've had a lot of coffee.
It's okay. I loved the snaps that you sent me from there.
Oh my God.
The one that warmed my heart the most was like you on the boat. You're
The
like, we're
Nessie.
looking for Nessie. And then she held up a little stuffed Loch Ness Monster. I was like, I found it.
Yes.
And I was like, yay. I laughed out loud at that.
Good.
I loved it.
Good.
And I showed Ryan and he was like, oh.
Yes. So that little Nessie, stuffed Nessie was, so we bought this tour thing. So part of it was on a bus to get to the loch. Then you got on the boat and then you took a bus back. So our tour guide on the bus was delightful. Her name was Linda. She had like the thickest Scottish accent.
I love it.
Linda. And she told us all the facts and all the stuff about Loch Ness. And when we were driving, she'd be like, okay, over here on your left is this, and here's this castle, and here's the history here. Here's what this native plant is, and she had all this stuff. And she knew some Gaelic, so she'd be like, the Gaelic term for this is blah, 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 blah. So in Scotland, everything is English and Gaelic. Like all the street signs had both on them.
I was kind of wondering that.
Yeah. Everything was in English, but there's still a lot of Gaelic speakers too.
Gotcha. Okay.
So anyway, she was telling us about it, and she had a couple of those little I think she had like 3 or 4. And she was like, when we were getting off the bus to get on the boat, she said, who wants to borrow one of my Nessies and take it with you? And like 20 people walked by her, and I was like, I'll fucking take a Nessie.
Yeah, I would have been first in line. I'm like, yes, I would love a little Nessie to
'Cause
cuddle on the
right.
boat.
I thought, there's not going to be any left by the time I get up there. And sure enough, nobody wanted to carry it. And I was like, fucking, I'll carry that thing.
Yeah.
So when we got on the boat, people were
yeah.
borrowing my Nessie to take pictures with it.
Like, you had your chance, bitch. This is my Nessie.
So, I mean, it was perfect. Yeah, I carried it around, took lots of pictures, loaned her out. Should have requested some cash for the Nessie pictures.
You
but
should have.
it's whatever.
Oh well.
Yeah, so it was super fun. Everything was beautiful. Saw lots of castles. I created a little list to go over all the crazy differences from America to the UK.
Ooh, okay.
That I noticed.
I do want to know.
Yeah, there was a lot of really interesting things that I didn't expect that I thought
okay.
were interesting. So I have got a lot of good talking
I
points.
have kind of like this fear, 'cause even though I want to travel the world and see so much stuff, I have a fear of just like not knowing what to
Sure.
do or,
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
And there were times that I was like, I felt so fucking stupid. And I was like, I'm just a dumb American tourist. And I felt like an asshole. There were, especially driving. I was like, everyone fucking hates me. But I mean, you have to get over it. Like,
Yeah.
there are a bunch of other tourists. You're not the only one. And
Yeah.
as long as you're not rude on purpose. And they speak English. I feel like if you go somewhere where they don't speak English, that would be scarier for sure.
That kind of scares me.
Everyone was really nice. And yeah, it was a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Should I do the list?
yeah, let's do the list.
Let's do the list. So I did this over the 2 weeks we were gone. I just made this giant list of differences between Scotland and the USA.
I'm excited.
So, and a lot of it, I hope there's not like repeats. I kind of just like did it over days. So the first one I have is Scotland is way less wasteful. They are so green. They are very, like every restaurant and every store, like there's no bags. There's no plastic bags. You have to buy like a reusable bag if you don't have your own.
I love that.
Yes. Excuse me. Way less wasteful. Like there's not a ton of napkins. Most of the restrooms had blow dryers and no paper towels. Way less wasteful. There aren't just Kleenex and napkins and paper towels everywhere like there are here.
Yeah.
Like paper products there are not really around. And with sauces and like disposable stuff that we use here, like at a restaurant, if you were to get takeout and you have plasticware and stuff, little packets with like all the napkins, and they don't do that there. If you get takeout, they ask you if you need anything, and then they're usually bamboo or wooden little, like they don't just have plastic shit everywhere like we do here. They're just way less wasteful.
I love that.
I know, it was
that makes me so happy.
It
I
was
always
so
try
interesting.
to be more eco-friendly. But
Yeah,
I'm
and
not great at it.
It
but
makes
I
you
try.
think about here. It's just I feel like we try some stuff, you know. It just doesn't even, it's like a drop in the ocean compared to what they do. It's so interesting. So, and that was everywhere we went. It was wild. The other big difference, the bathrooms. Public bathrooms there are so fucking different. So, you know how here we have in a public bathroom with stalls?
Yeah.
So there are gaps in the doors of our stalls. So you can like, I mean, sometimes it's a good inch or two and you can fucking see the person in there.
Yeah.
You walk by and you're like, oh, I just saw some butt cheek. And then the gap underneath the stall is enough that you could crawl under it. That is not there. They have everything sealed the fuck up. There's no gaps in the stalls. You can't see any. It's private. You can't see anything.
That's the way it should be.
And the door goes all the way to the floor. There is no gap under stalls. It's just like a little room.
I love that.
You don't.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy.
Yes. And I read online that people say it's wild to me that Americans just like pee in front of everyone and they have their, like, you can just look at them when they're shitting.
It is weird. I agree, it's weird. Why do we do that?
Yeah. But that is not the way there. There's no gaps in the stalls. There's no, like the biggest gap I saw, you can't even reach your hand under the door. Like here, you could crawl under a stall in a public bathroom.
I've seen people do it.
Yeah. Like little kids and shit will like look at you. That doesn't happen there. You can't.
Good.
It's wild. The other thing is there were period products in every bathroom for free. Every single one of it. And most of them had a sign. It was like, take what you need. We think this should be free. Take what you need, leave what you don't. In every single bathroom. Pads, tampons, everything.
That's great.
Yes.
And it should be that way too.
I know. Here, that just doesn't happen.
Oh, here, fun little side fact.
Yeah.
So it's baseball season now. So I've been going to a lot of baseball games. Kauffman Stadium, the Royal Stadium does that now.
Nice.
Yeah, they have free period products
That's
in
awesome.
all of the bathrooms.
That's amazing. I feel like that is a
and
newer
I've taken
thing.
advantage of it because I've been there on my period this
Very
year.
nice.
And I've been like, oh, I got to carry tampons into the stadium. And I was like, oh, I don't have to do that anymore. That's awesome.
That's very nice. I've seen like maybe one or two companies or places here do that. But I feel like that's a newer idea that, hey, we should provide this for you. Just like we're providing fucking toilet
Just
paper.
being a good human.
But every single public bathroom had that. Every single one.
My stupid American ass would totally be just like throwing them in my purse.
Yeah, and some of them did say, please leave what you don't need so other people could have it. But I think that we're like, like Americans are just greedy. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't really seem to happen there.
I wouldn't do it.
I know, but I do think
that would be tempting. Though,
that's what you like. That's why we don't have
expensive.
shit out here. You and have you noticed if anybody has like in our neighborhood, probably not because we kind of have a private backyard and stuff. But a lot of people have to fucking chain their lawn furniture to something, or it'll walk off.
Yep.
You just can't leave stuff out, or people will take it.
It's true.
And that doesn't seem to be the way it is there. So it was just very interesting.
Oh, so jealous.
Yeah, it was so interesting. Oh, the other thing with kind of restaurants and that kind of idea,
Okay.
no cash. Almost everywhere was contactless.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't
kinda
want.
Seems like more places around here.
Yeah,
kinda getting
that
like
does
that.
seem that way. But it just most of the places there, it was like, we're not going to take your cash.
Wow.
Remember, I've bitched on here before that places take cash only.
Yeah.
So that was very refreshing.
Uh-huh.
They're like, we don't want your dirty money. Just use your card like a normal person.
Yeah.
Use your card, use your phone, use your watch, whatever you got. So that was cool.
Nice.
I
like it.
Yeah. The other thing with restaurants. So I've noticed that the culture there when you go out to eat is just way different than here. So here I feel like we're always in a hurry. You sit down and you're greeted quick, your order's taken, your plates are cleared, you get your bill.
Yeah.
There it's like you sit down, they come over and ask what you want to drink maybe in a few minutes, and it's just very relaxed and slow. And it's not like they're ignoring you. It's just like no one is in a hurry, and they're
They
not
want you to enjoy your time and enjoy
Yeah.
your meal.
and they're not demanding, but the thing is sometimes you're like, I want another drink, and you have to like, hi, can I have another drink? Like they just don't really come
Damn
back and
thirsty Americans.
yeah, they don't like come back like we're used to just and again like plates clearing and stuff. They don't come back and get your shit. Like you just sit there and then eventually you don't assume that they know that you want your bill. You have to be like, I would like to pay now. They don't just bring it. So it's just interesting.
Yeah, that is okay.
You just have to tell them what you want.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Because it is almost like a fucking assembly line.
Here
they're
it's
just
like
oh,
we're
you're
in a
done,
hurry.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Pay your
Well,
bill
and
get
like
out.
we expect that. I feel like we want to get in, we want to eat, we want to leave, we're in a hurry, we want people to cater to us. And everywhere there it seemed like had less staff. It wasn't like here we want our shit so fast and we want so much of it that restaurants have to have a lot of people.
Yeah.
There it was like a couple people worked in this entire place. And it was like, we'll get to you when we get to you. And nobody was in a hurry.
And you're going to like it. And it's going to be delightful.
Yeah. And it was. And
I believe it.
tipping culture is the next.
Okay.
So they do not, like tipping is not the norm there. So
Even at restaurants?
Yep. We only
Really?
went to a couple places that were like, so there's a gratuity added onto the bill. It's optional. We can take it off. There were probably 2 really fancy restaurants we went to that said that. Everywhere else, it was like you got your bill, you went to pay with your card. And here you pay with your card and it'll say you want to add a tip or it'll print off the receipt and blah, blah, blah. They don't do any of that. They just pay. And the first few times I was like, oh, I didn't even leave a tip. And so I started asking and they were like, oh, nobody tips here. And so a couple times we would get like really good service or like spend a lot of time at a place and we would go, okay, can you please add a tip on? And they would be like, oh, how much? And they don't do percentages or anything. Like here it's, 18, 20%.
Like they were like, what a nice American.
And they'd be like, so how much do you want to do? And it's pounds. British pounds is their money. So they'd say, well, how much do you want to add? And we're like, well, what's the bill? And we're like trying to calculate percentage. So we'd just be like 5 pounds. And they're like, 5 pounds? And we're like, yeah, 5 pounds. Like we're paying for like a 40-pound meal, have 5 pounds. And they're like, oh my God. Oh. Like, I think they just get paid more hourly. Here we pay our
that's
people.
What I was about to ask.
Yeah, they don't.
I bet they probably just make
a living wage.
A living wage.
They don't have to rely on tips to make their money. And here we do.
Yeah.
So here, I feel like we ask for people to tip for fucking everything.
Everything.
Even if it doesn't involve a service, they're wanting tips for shit. And there, no one asks for tips. It was wild.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because, I get so mad seeing sometimes the tip thing pop up on certain things around here. I'm like,
Yeah.
you didn't do shit.
Right. Why the fuck do you need a tip?
Yeah.
But it's everywhere. But people don't make shit here. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just very interesting. And a couple times we asked to leave a tip and they were like, oh, I don't know if I know how to make the computer do that. We're like, well, we don't have cash. And so they'd be like, oh, wait, I can do that. And it's like you can tell how few times they get asked to add a tip onto a card. So it's just interesting.
Be like, I did find a rock. Would you like a rock?
You have a lot of them around here, but you can have this rock.
I found a good one. I bet
found
you
a
haven't seen one
really
like
good
this.
It's smooth.
It's smooth. It's blue. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay, what else? Oh, so many of the sinks, and this was usually a bathroom thing, but some of the kitchens would have their hot and cold water separate. So you go to the bathroom, think of like an old school sink.
Yeah.
I've had like one or two here that I feel like I've encountered in a really old house or something where it's like hot and cold separate. So when you go to wash your hands.
My bathrooms are like that.
Really? Okay, well, you know what I'm talking about then.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Important detail. It's 2 faucets.
Yeah, 2 separate faucets.
Oh, faucets. I thought you meant handles. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no.
2 faucets.
2
Okay, I
separate
gotcha.
faucets.
Thank
Like,
you.
you've got
I
hot
follow.
water in this faucet over here. You've got cold water in this faucet.
Yep,
So
never
it's-
seen that.
Okay. So that, I feel like, is super rare. I've experienced that maybe once or twice here my entire life in, like, someone's old-ass house or an old, weird museum or something. And this, like, every sink had, it was very rare that you found a sink where you could, like, titrate your hot and cold into one stream.
Ah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when you go to wash your hands, it's
crazy.
like cold and hot, and you had to like mix it in your hand. It was like, fucking what?
What was that word?
Titrate?
Oh, that's a good word.
That's a good word.
I don't think I've ever heard that
I use
before.
that in medicine all the time. Like to titrate it up or down. Like if you get in the shower and you titrate your hot water, just so you get it where you want
That
it.
is a good word.
Thanks. Thank you. I didn't make it up.
I believe you. But I don't think I kind of assumed the meaning
Titrate.
based on how she used it. But I was like, of course, titrate. Yeah,
Titrate,
I
yeah.
do that.
Titrate. Titrate oxygen, titrate medicine.
Yeah.
You get it.
I get it.
So yeah, that was just really weird. I was like, this is normal for you
kinda
guys?
like it.
But I didn't like, because when you wash your hands, you're either freezing or scalding, and you don't get like a good, so you have to just like quick go under the water, and then like, it was just weird. It's really weird.
That is
Like we're used to just turning our faucet on here and going, you know, it mixes. It
It
mixes for you.
mixes.
So that was weird. Okay.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder what the reasoning for that
I don't
is.
know. I don't know. Probably a waste thing. So you don't waste a
Probably.
bunch of hot water. I don't know.
I read a little bit about it.
You
and
did?
It's like hot water, I guess, has more like bacteria and I don't know what the word is. Like stuff grows better in
Uh-huh.
hot water, so they do it separately to keep like one set of pipes clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Oh.
Interesting.
I think maybe it's a law.
Whoa.
Certain places, or maybe it was
I'm
like an
taking care of their
old
people.
law that I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah, I looked into it a little bit.
It does make sense if it was old, because the newer Airbnbs we stayed at that were
Yeah.
built in the last like 2 years didn't have that. They had a normal, what I say normal, our typical sink with one faucet.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Weird. Weird. Okay, next. More bathroom stuff.
More bathroom stuff. Okay.
The toilets. Okay, so here, picture your typical American bathroom. The toilet is like the centerpiece. It's giant. It's a throne. It takes all the attention. It is a big ass thing that you sit on because we're fat Americans. I don't know. We like our shit big.
Yeah.
Their toilets there were all these like little tiny petite little in the corner. Like they didn't take up much room. They were just so tiny and out of the way. It was just, and most of the seats were square. Like the toilet seat would be square. Occasionally we had a round one, but they were just very minimalist. I don't know. Sleek, small.
Yeah, it was usually just like the bowl attached to the wall
Yeah.
rather than the floor.
There wasn't like a big throne. It was just so different.
Even in residential.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Uh-huh. Just way smaller. Like the toilet doesn't need to take up the whole fucking bathroom. It was refreshing.
But did they have bidets?
No, I didn't have any bidets. No, we had to take
see
butt
one?
wipes. Not one bidet the whole time.
Did you miss it though?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like Todd, if he ever pooped when we were there, he would just take a shower after.
Every time.
Pretty much. If we were
Every time that was an option.
yeah,
Yeah.
if we were at our Airbnb, he'd be like, "Well, I took a shit. Now I'm gonna shower." I'm like, okay, I get it, buddy.
I get it. Yeah. Makes sense. Do what you got to do.
Hell yeah, man. So that was interesting. I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
Okay. Oh, this is the one thing. Their coffee there was amazing.
Oh, I bet.
Amazing. But they're all very small. You know, us Americans, we're used to our like big fucking 20-ounce to go. That didn't exist.
No.
You had an 8, maybe a 12 ounce was the biggest one I ever saw. And usually they were even smaller, like 8-ounce or 10-ounce cups. If you got it, because we got a lot of to-go coffee when we were like walking around or driving.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want my 20-ouncer.
Right?
And so we would get multiple a day.
Oh, yeah. That would be me, too.
Yeah.
Like, hello, I would like to order 5 coffees.
Yes. They're just all these little
Dump them into a cup or
dainty.
something.
And they don't drink just like, we make like a pot of coffee and you have your pot of coffee. And there it's like, it's all espresso drinks. When you go out, they don't have, well, typically wouldn't just have your filter like pot of coffee. It was espresso drinks, lattes, cappuccinos,
See,
that kind of shit.
That's up my alley.
And
That's what I
me
like
too.
to drink,
I
yeah.
love a fancy coffee. But this one restaurant we went to, their espresso machine broke down and they were like, we're really sorry. All we have is filter coffee. And they were walking around with this pot of coffee. And I was like, well, this is like all America fucking does, unless you go to a specific fancy coffee shop. But there, every restaurant, pretty much every bar had an espresso machine to make you a
Gas
fancy
station.
coffee. Gas station.
Really?
Everybody's like, you want an espresso?
Everywhere had amazing coffee, just in small amounts. Just a little guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I'd be
amazing.
ordering like 10 a day, probably.
We got 3-4 a day most days. So.
At least it would maybe help me like have water in between.
Yeah.
So like, okay, I finished one of my little coffees. Time for some water. Then to the
Yeah,
next little coffee.
it's great. Yes. Okay, let's see. A lot of the next.
tea drinkers in Scotland. I think?
There were a few. So it's part of the UK. So
Yeah.
like London and stuff wasn't too far. So you could tell a lot of English people were there traveling. So I heard a lot of people order tea. So they had tea.
A spot of tea.
Spot of tea. Yep. So I heard a lot of people like at restaurants, English people ordering tea.
Okay.
Yep. So that was a thing, definitely.
I'm a tea drinker, so I
Yeah.
love that, yeah.
You like hot tea? Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't drink a lot of it, but
I drink a lot of it every single day.
really, hot tea? Wow.
Yeah, I have a kettle. I heat up my little kettle, and I've got all of this. I've got a box that's filled with all these different kinds
Wow.
of tea bags
Okay.
in it, and I drink several different kinds a day.
I usually
Sometimes
just
if
drink.
I don't want caffeine, then I have like herbal tea that's like
Wow.
all fruity flavored or something.
Okay.
Keeps me hydrated.
Yeah, sure. I usually only drink hot tea if I'm sick or something or in the winter. I'm not a typical hot tea
Hot tea
Hot-
drinker.
tea drinker. Okay, a lot of the next section is about driving and roads
I
and
was
stuff like
wondering
that.
about this.
Okay, those bitches love roundabouts.
I was gonna ask that.
They're fucking everywhere.
I hate roundabouts.
I do too. They're the worst. They're even worse there because they drive on the other side of the road and you're already confused, and it is something.
Oh my god.
So the
I
very
would have an anxiety attack.
oh yeah, it was rough. The very first day we got there, we rented a car. It was a stick shift.
Okay.
So it's manual. So it was already weird because you have to shift with your. I'm a right-handed person and I'm used to shifting with my right hand if I'm driving a manual.
Right.
This one was on the left, so I had to use my wonky left hand to shift, and I was on the right side of the car driving on the left side of the road. It was fucking madness, right? So we first get there, we pick up this car. We'd been traveling for like 17 hours at this point. Sleep deprived in a new country, like just fresh off the plane.
Jet lag.
Picking up the car. And the guy at the rental place, super thick Scottish accent. Just like any other place here, if you rent a car, they just trick you into buying all this extra insurance. And it was this whole like 30-minute thing. And I was like, fucking fine. Just whatever.
Just
and
give me the car.
I was like, Todd, you're going to have to make a decision because I don't fucking know. I can't even think. And he's like, and I was like, he's doing this on purpose. He knows we don't know what we're doing. And I was convinced we were being scammed. So we bought like whatever amazing insurance they had. And it was shitty, whatever. So we did that. So we get in the car. We're stressed out. We're tired. We get in the car. The very first, like within 5 minutes, we hit a roundabout. I go the wrong way. I go the wrong way in the wrong lane in the fucking roundabout. Luckily, it's early in the morning. There's no traffic.
Good.
There was like one car coming into the roundabout, but I wasn't close to them or anything. But like we're both stressed out. It's like out of a movie. Like he's trying to navigate for me. Neither of us knows what the fuck is happening. And he's like, you're going the wrong way. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. And we're both just like at each other's throats comically.
Oh
and
my gosh.
so it was bad.
I wasn't at your throat.
Well, after that, we both were like, well, why the fuck would you blame me for that? And I was like, I don't know. You didn't tell me where to go. You know, it was like a nothing fight. So it was just. So after that, I feel like we got used to driving on the other side of the road pretty quickly within a couple days when we both had sleep.
I never got used to it.
I don't think
I mean,
could.
Driving on the
still, like,
left
did
and
it, though.
shifting with the left hand. And I'm sure you're going to talk about more about the roads, but
Yeah.
I don't think 2 weeks was enough for me to get
Really?
used to it.
I mean, it still didn't feel right, but I feel we
Yeah.
didn't make
We didn't
mistakes
wreck.
again. We
Yeah.
didn't really like
Not
fuck up
wrecking
like
is
that.
good. I would say you passed
Yeah.
if you didn't wreck.
Yeah, we didn't wreck.
Yeah.
No wreck. Well, Todd hit a really big pothole, but
He picked that
We
microphone
both
up so
we
fast.
both hit potholes at certain points. Okay.
we did.
Okay.
His was off the road a little, but it's fine.
Mm,
It's fine. We didn't wreck.
Throw
there's
in
no
one more
damage
thing.
or anything.
There
It was-
wasn't.
it was
You're
potholes,
right.
potholes everywhere.
The car made a weird noise after it, but it's okay.
It absolutely did
It
not.
did. It made a weird noise.
It could have been doing that the entire time.
It could have been.
It wasn't a weird noise.
It was weird.
Mm,
Is a sound that a car shouldn't make.
I 100% disagree with that.
Okay.
My eyes are just going back and forth like Wimbledon over here.
Nikki makes a real big deal out of this pothole, and it's funny to me because she hit a lot of potholes also, but for some reason mine was a big deal.
Mine were in the road though. Yours was a little off the road.
Okay, well the roads were like 4 feet
They
wide.
were.
I mean-
They were small. They were. That's true. Okay. Okay. So that's the next thing. So there were a lot of areas in Scotland where we went to, specifically Isle of Skye, where the roads were one lane. So you'd be driving, and if a car came at you from the other direction, one of you had to pull over to let them by. So,
Okay.
and this road had been paved in approximately 1917. So there was they were terrible. The potholes were huge, like humongous. And so you're constantly trying to like dodge the potholes, get out of the way of traffic. And there's sheep just
Random sheep.
in the road. Sheep just crossing. So you're like dodging all this stuff. So one day it was raining really hard. And all of this, all these factors, right? We're driving on a weird side of the road. We're driving in this car we're not familiar with. There are sheep everywhere. There are potholes so large you could like fit our Mini Cooper into it. And they're full of water, so you can't tell how big they are.
Oh.
So it was just like fucking rough, dude. So that was probably the worst driving. Because also, so picture the roads, like you're in the country. There's not really much. The speed limit was 60 miles per hour. Miles per hour. So locals would come up behind you, and you can tell who the locals are because they're like, "Get the fuck out of the way! I gotta go to work." And you're like, I feel unsafe.
I feel unsafe.
The fastest I could really go on those roads, I feel like, was 35, 40. And even then, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna run off the road because they're super narrow, and all the things I just told you.
man.
It's like, and everything's really curvy, like hairpin turns, and they're wanting to go 60. I mean, it was stressful.
Yeah, sounds like
Fucking crazy.
it. Yeah,
so-
that would give me an anxiety.
Oh my God, it was wild. I feel like this is going on really long. Should I split this up?
If you want, we can move on.
Let me see if there's any more road/driving stuff, and then maybe the rest I will talk about on the next episode.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, street signs, non-existent.
Really?
So if you're looking
Didn't know
for
that.
the name of like a street to turn on because you're doing navigation or Google Maps or whatever,
Uh-huh.
they don't really have street signs. So like my street is 97th Street, right?
Right.
You would never fucking know that if you were in Scotland. You just have to turn where fucking
You gotta
navigation
count.
tells you.
95,
Yeah,
96,
there's no
97. There we
street.
go.
Like if you
I
every
gotta start over. I missed one.
right, the infrastructure there is so old. So all the buildings are like old and stone, and everything's old. The cobbly roads, and there just isn't a lot of like new shit with signs, and so you have to kind of guess where you're going. And so what I noticed after we'd been there a few days is the street, like the name of the street is often like halfway down the block on a building. It's like on the side of a building. There's like
Oh.
a stone building, and then it's like, what do I want to say? Like a tile in the side of the building, and it would say like Edward Street. You're like, cool, that would be good to know from the street that you're turning on way the fuck back there. So it's just so different. You don't
Yeah.
have like that big nice green sign to look for a street name. And they had a lot of their, like they would have signs for, the name of a highway or whatever, like exit here for this.
Right.
But they didn't have a lot of the signage that we're used to. I feel like here, like we're kind of coddled when it comes to highways and driving in America because there's signs everywhere. There, it's like they paint some of it on the road and then it's all rubbed off. And so there's like weird lines. There's like all these weird, like there's like a bus lane and then there's a pedestrian crossing, but they're all like worn off. So you can't like, as an American, not used to what these weird squiggly lines in the road mean. I'm like, so Todd's navigating. I'm like, what does that mean? What lane do I get in? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. He's like, I think that's a bus lane. I'm like, fuck. I mean, they just paint all this shit on the road and then they don't upkeep it. So there's no signs anywhere. And you're like, I don't know what's happening. So I really liked it when there was, if we were in a city and it was busy traffic and there was lots of intersections and stoplights and stuff like that and fucking roundabouts. I loved it when I could get behind a car because then I could just follow them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, they're in this lane. I'm going to go in that lane. They'd have their blinker on. I'd be like, oh, cool. We're going that way too. I'm just going to follow them.
Guess what? You're now my guide.
Because if I just had to guess what to do in an intersection and what lane to be in, bad news.
Yeah.
I was sweating.
I would be too.
Sweating.
Sounds terrifying.
It was scary. It was pretty scary. Not going to lie. Yeah. You see if there's any more traffic.
They must have like low taxes probably.
I don't have
I would
any
imagine,
clue.
Because like all the street upkeep and signs
Yeah.
around here, that's all like tax dollars that pay for
Yeah.
that, right?
I think so.
I mean, they're like, you may not know where you're going, but you don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Did I did you talk about single track?
Yeah. We talked about that on Sky. That's where you drove off the road and you got mad.
Bringing that back up.
Hate you. Wish I would have left you.
What were you going to say about single track?
Or just like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we talked about that.
yeah, but like all the speed limits and things, it's just painted on the
Yeah,
road.
a lot of the speed limits were on the ground. Like just a circle with
so
a number.
easy to miss.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So easy to miss.
So
the
easy.
language is funny. Like instead of yield, it's give way.
Yes.
Give
A lot of
way?
the signs give way. Yep. Where it would say
Aw.
yield here, it said give way there.
That's such
what
a
was
politer way of
I
Yeah,
know.
saying
give way.
give way?
Give way.
What was some of the other signs that would be in a
Road
weird
ahead
order?
closed was weird.
Road ahead closed. And here I
Oh.
feel like we'd say road closed ahead.
Yep, agreed.
So there it was road ahead closed. And then we were in a store once and there was a sign, there was another weird order. It said sale on now instead of on sale now. Sale on now.
Like on
Okay.
individual items.
Yeah.
Sale
Sale
on.
I
on.
swear sometimes
Sale
I do
on
think
now.
I'm dyslexic and I would still read them the same way.
You probably
You know?
would. Once
Yeah,
you're
but you
used to
get
it.
the intent.
Yeah.
Give way makes me happy.
Give
though.
way.
I like that one.
We have still been saying that since we've been back. Like getting on the highway, we're like, don't forget to give way. Give way.
I like it.
Let's see if there's anything else traffic wise, and then I'll do the rest next time.
Okay.
Oh, the lights. So traffic lights.
Okay.
When you're at a traffic light, they would turn. So they same thing with like red, yellow, green. But before, so let's say you're at a red light.
Okay.
Before it turns green, it goes yellow. So it would go red, yellow, green, and then green, yellow,
Oh, it gives
red.
you a warning for turning green
Yes.
too, huh?
Yes. So a lot of the locals, you could tell who was living there and used to that because as soon as it turned yellow, they're fucking gone, and they're like, okay, it's about to turn green. I'm going.
Oh, that would be hard to get used to.
Yes.
That would throw me.
Yes. And the amount of people here that run lights is, I don't know if it's just around Kansas City or if that's a everywhere in America thing, but the people around here that run lights or go through a light when it's there, you would die because as soon, like I said, as soon as it's yellow, they're going and there's no running. You can't run lights there because there's no gap in time for you to get through it. Does that make sense? Like
yeah.
people go immediately. They ain't waiting. So
Oh my God.
like you better go. It's just different. I feel like here
I would
you
say
have,
it turned yellow and I would like stop again and then oh wait.
yeah, it's just weird. So it's
Ooh,
just
that
weird to
would
get
really
used
throw
to.
me. That-
Yeah, it was
The way
different.
my brain works,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just if you're not used to what to watch for, it's like fucking startling. Yeah,
Yeah.
weird.
Weird.
Okay, we can do the rest next time because it's a really long list.
Okay.
So what do you want to do next?
Well, let's see. So while Nikki was having the adventure of a lifetime,
Yeah, what's up?
I was caring for kitty cats.
Yes.
I was getting my kitchen finished.
Yep.
I was going to ask you, when you guys got back, did you guys have worms in your garage?
I saw some dried up, crusty ones. I saw your worm friend, but he dried out.
He dried out?
He was gone.
Oh.
Yeah. he
Okay, so
was-
when I started kind of checking on Nikki's cats, like I think one of the first days, I opened their garage and there was a big old fat worm just like chilling underneath their garage door. And I just went, ooh, that's a big worm. Didn't think much of it, you know. Take care of the cats, go home, come back the next day, open the garage, and there's two.
they're multiplying.
And I was like, oh, okay. And they just kind of kept like multiplying and getting
Yeah.
bigger. And eventually I started sending them pictures.
Yeah.
I'm like, You guys have some worms that live in your garage now because it stormed like crazy while you guys
the
were
rain
gone.
yeah.
So, and worms always wash up from rain and stuff, at least around here.
Yeah.
And eventually, Ryan came with me one day to take care of the cats. And I was like, I got to see if the worm family is underneath the garage still. Because I was like, I'm only in charge of taking care of the cats. I don't need to take care of worms. It's their stay. But Ryan was nice and he moved all the worms out of the way because they were like having a worm orgy.
A worm orgy.
Yeah. Ryan didn't break it up. He just
relocated the orgy.
He relocated them to the yard. He's like, no, not on my watch, guys. Out you go.
Nice.
And then Ryan was since it rained so much, I know your yard grew. Our yard grew like crazy too. Ryan saw your riding lawnmower. And he's like, why didn't they ask me to mow their yard? I was like, probably because they know what I know is that you'd be drunk driving their mower all over the property.
It is fun to drive. It's like a video game. It's very fun.
You guys might have to let Ryan do it sometime.
Sure.
He really wants to.
I didn't even think about it. If he wants to.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd like to try it out. He's such a man in that aspect. He'd like have his cooler and put his little earbuds in.
I picture him like Tim the Toolman Taylor, like, roar,
yeah,
roar, roar.
He does that. He makes that noise.
Awesome.
That's
like
exactly
just
what
backing
he does.
the lawnmower up. Roar.
Yeah. He has a tractor at his property. That's actually what he's doing now.
Okay.
He's out there mowing his property on the tractor. And when he showed me a picture of it, he made that noise. He's like, look at my tractor. It's so cool.
Awesome.
He loves shit like that. But here's a funny story. While you were gone, but yeah, there was worms. I had to update Nikki on the worm thing, and
got lots of
Todd
pictures.
and I had fun, kind of joking that I was going to bring the worms in and put them in Nikki's nightstand.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
She still hasn't found them.
No, I haven't. They're probably dried up. Probably crusty.
All snuggled up in your nightstand. Worm friends. So cute.
Oh boy. Poe would have eaten them.
He probably would have. Well, that was weird because I found a couple down here and I had to like, get rid of them.
Yeah, they came in the basement because we need new weather stripping around the store, which we purchased yesterday, and we're going to install soon. Because spiders and
shit. Well, it doesn't look like
it's
going to rain a whole lot, so you probably won't get any.
But still, like I don't want any fucking spiders coming in.
Yeah.
That you could just see light around the door.
It's that time of year, man. It's a buggy time of year.
It's buggy.
I started to notice we are starting to get some ants.
God damn it!
I hate those fucking ants. Like a couple spots on my porch, I've noticed, and we have some old fucking windows that are like those weird like tile things that are all like, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are just not, that made sense, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
But they have like grout, and I feel like the grout doesn't completely seal it. So sometimes around those weird windows and parts of my house, we'll see little tiny ants getting in, and I'm like, damn it. The time of year, man. It sucks. So did I tell you my butterfly story? I have a couple stories I can tell you. I think you know what happened, but...
I think I saw your butterfly Snapchats.
Okay.
And stuff.
Yeah, there was a day, I don't know.
You put it on an orange, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I put him on an orange.
Yeah.
I found a butterfly. I took a picture of it, and just because it was a pretty butterfly. And I was like, oh, cool, butterfly in my backyard. Took a picture of it. That was it.
Yeah.
Next day, it was still there. It was still on the ground. And I was like, oh, maybe you're no longer with us? Kind of poked it, and it kind of flapped a little. And I was like, okay, well, you're alive.
Yeah.
Kind of nudged it a little to see if it would fly up. Still didn't fly. And I'm like, oh, you're hurt. Poor baby. I happen to have a butterfly netting.
Sure you do.
And stuff.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
She has a butterfly container.
So
Just
went and
on
got
hand.
it. Yep. I do.
As one does.
Went and got it, put it in the little container, and it's like, okay, maybe if I give it a little safe spot, you know, or a bird or a dog or anything, a foot. Nothing will get it.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll get some strength and it'll fly away. Well, anyway, I did that for a few days, and one day it stormed really bad.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to leave the butterfly outside in the net because I was scared then it would, if that blew away, then it's definitely dead.
Sure.
So I was like, Ryan, I'm going to bring the butterfly in for the night. And the look of anger he gave me.
Anger?
He was mad.
Why?
He thought it was stupid of me to bring a butterfly in for the night.
Why would he get mad about that?
The last time he gave me that face was when I said, hey, Ryan, come meet our 2 guinea pigs.
I mean, that is way more impactful than a butterfly coming in for a night inside of an enclosure.
I know. He looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, I just don't want it to die. I've already gone this far. Might as well.
You don't have to hold it while you're sleeping. Why do you care?
I mean, I would have liked it if you would have done that, but...
Let it sit on his nose
that'd
while
be
he's
so
sleeping.
cute. It's all cuddled up on his little pillow with him.
Pillow.
Well, anyway, the next day after the storm, I brought the butterfly in. Mm-hmm. I took it out, and it flew away.
That's awesome.
So I saved it.
You rehabbed it.
Uh-huh.
You brought it back to life.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm a hero, but
You can. It's okay.
I'm a hero. I saved a butterfly.
What was that song by Ricky Iglesias? Or is that his name? I can be your hero, baby.
Yeah, I think that's him.
Ricky Iglesias?
Uh-huh.
Fucking Ricky Martin. Something Iglesias.
I think it's the first one, Enrique Iglesias.
Enrique. I
Yeah.
said Ricky. God damn it.
Ricky's short for Enrique, though, isn't
Enrique
it?
Iglesias. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm white. I'm really white. I'm very white
so
and I don't know.
Talked about the worms. Okay, I have one more story for you.
Okay.
So I host Easter every year. My husband and I do that for our families.
Uh-huh.
And I haven't told you this.
Okay.
It's actually Ryan's story, but
Okay.
it's too funny not to share, and I don't know when he's going to be here to tell it to you.
Let's hear it. I'll act surprised when he tells me.
Okay, so it's the Saturday before Easter, and we had ordered some food from Costco because I was like, dude, it's just been crazy. I'm not doing a bunch of cooking this year. We're getting it all
Nice.
made.
Uh-huh.
So I'm kind of doing some stuff. Excuse me. And he's like, okay, I'll go to Costco to pick up the food. He maybe left like 5 minutes, and then he calls me. And I'm like, oh, God, what did he forget? And I call him back, and I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, this isn't important at all. He's like, but I need to tell you this. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, so I'm driving to Costco, and I see this dude who's like 3 bills walking on the side of the road.
3 bills.
Yeah, big old dude. And he's like, and I got close. I was like, oh my God, there's a guy walking in a thong on the street. And he's like, and when I got closer, his belly made a shadow. He was butt ass naked, just walking on the side of the road.
During the day?
During the day.
What the fuck?
And I was speechless for a second. And I was like, why did you say that wasn't important? That is so important. I was like, the one time I don't go to Costco, man, to see something crazy.
Damn it.
And then I guess on the drive back, he saw him again.
What the fuck?
And the police got him this time.
Okay.
And they had him on the ground. And they had a little makeshift blanket covering
Over
his
his
ass
butt.
and junk. And
Oh
stuff.
my God. Like, no one wants to see that, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Somebody was having a bad day.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh,
man.
no.
And then I kind of wondered. I was like, how often do you think police get called
For a naked person.
for a naked person? Yeah. Do you think there's a code? A police code?
I don't
for
know. Maybe. I hope it's 69.
that? We have a code 69 over here on Rock Hill Road.
We have a code 69420.
The dong is out.
The goose is loose. Whoa, that's crazy. I would not want to be the person to have to deal with that. Because you know they're probably like high on some drug that
And if they start running, if you have to tackle a
Oh,
big
God.
fat naked guy,
Yeah. They're getting away.
like, well, they're getting away.
They're getting away.
Just watch his butt jiggle as he runs off.
He's just gonna just let him get tired.
This will be a good story for a lot of citizens. Let's
Yeah.
just let him go.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a naked body. It's fine.
It's just a butt. Who cares?
I don't know. I do get really offended when I see people's stuff in public. Oh, okay. This happened yesterday. I'll save it for Angry Shower Thoughts.
We can
I'll
do
save
your
it.
shower thoughts now.
You want to do it now?
Yeah, do
Okay,
it.
because I have some.
Okay, I got one I can add to it. So
Okay.
let's do
Okay,
that.
let's
And
do
then I have
it.
a show I can tell you about.
I'm mad, I'm really, really, really mad.
Nikki has some angry shower thoughts.
Oh God, it's so angry!
Okay. I'm going to save the one I just thought of. I put it on my list. I'm going
Okay.
to save it because the very first one that I say needs to be microbangs. And here's what Todd said I should say. He said, starting season 3 out with a bang. Microbang.
Wait, what?
Microbangs? Do you know what microbangs are?
I don't think I do.
The stupid little, when I feel like it's always a girl,
Oh, yeah.
has like short bang, like an inch
Those
long.
make me mad too.
They make you look insane.
Everybody looks stupid with those.
Everyone looks stupid. I don't care how hot of a supermodel you are. If
Yeah.
you have the stupid little micro bangs up here,
I agree.
it makes you look like you have a 5 head. They look fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
We saw some on vacation and I was like, I fucking hate micro bangs.
Yeah.
And so I put
I
them
guess
on the
I
list.
never knew what they were called that.
They're bad. Micro bangs.
But I have thought that I've always just called it that stupid haircut. But yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It's so bad.
it's not flattering.
There
on
isn't a
anybody.
single thing you could do with the rest of your hair to make up for that. Like I've seen it with like big curly nice waves, stupid micro bangs. Nope. I've seen it with like a mullet, fucking stupid micro bangs. No. Every single
I think
I hate it.
Years and years and years and years and years ago, I used to have bangs, and
me too.
one time had a stylist cut them way too short. Not to like that point, but
Yeah.
they were like above.
That's what it looks like. It looks like a mistake somebody made.
It does. But
Yeah.
they were above my eyebrow, and I think that's like kind of the line. It's like they should be like right at your eyebrow or a little longer, in my opinion.
The only time mine got that short, or they were, I don't think ever that short, but it was when I cut them myself.
Oh yeah,
And they
yeah.
got too short.
I think I did that once.
And I was like, oops, that looks fucking stupid.
I think I did that once as a kid. And one time a stylist did it to me, and I was like, not like old,
Yeah.
but I was still young. I don't know, 19 or something.
Yeah.
I wore like a bandana on my head until they grew back because
Yep.
I was so upset. I think I cried, honestly. Like I was so upset that
Yeah.
she cut them that short.
That's bad. They look bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
See? And then people go and get it done on purpose.
I know. I wonder
makes
why
me
those
mad.
came into like.
I don't
'cause
know.
They're trendy now. I see so many people with that.
Yeah, it's not good. It's really not.
I don't understand the.
It's very
appeal.
not good. I don't either. So
I mean, if you know someone who looks good with that, I would love to
prove
see.
it. That's what I
would
want
love
to say.
to see.
Fucking prove it.
Yeah.
Send me a picture of somebody that looks good. I'll probably disagree with you, but you can send
You'll
it.
be wrong, but I still want to. I would be curious.
Yes.
So.
I kind of already said this one, but roundabouts
Oh
fucking
yeah, fuck roundabouts.
piss me off. There's no need. I can't. Especially really big, busy ones with multiple exits, multiple lanes. It's bad. What are you looking at?
A bug.
Oh, there's a bug outside
There's
the
like
window.
a perfect shadow on the blind. Do you see it?
Yep.
It's like one of those little potato bugs or whatever. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I think it's outside.
Yeah,
it looks like a stink
like-
bug.
Oh, is that what they are?
I think so.
Okay.
Looks like a little shield.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think you're right. Those are stink bugs.
They suck.
Yep. And they stink.
They do. And they come inside a
Do you
lot.
want my quick little angry
Yeah,
share
go
of
for
that?
it.
iPhone chargers.
Oh, the
And-
way they changed them?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is one big
Yeah.
perk of having an Android is that you will have the same charger no matter how many times you get a new phone.
Yeah.
And I just got a new iPhone, and I was putting it off for as long as possible because I hate having to like change everything over. I'm past that point now, so now it's fun. But of course, iPhone
charger.
16 has a new charger.
Wait, so it's not even the lightning charger anymore? Wait, it's not lightning. It's USB-C?
I don't know. It
think
just
that's what
what
mine
it
has.
just the one I had from my old phone didn't fit anymore. I had
Okay.
to go get a new one.
I wonder if
So I had to
that's
buy
probably
a
the
couple,
same
like
as I
one for
have.
my car, one for,
yeah.
and I was like, damn it.
Oh, yeah, and they don't give you the charger with the phone anymore.
No, they don't.
It's bullshit.
They'll give you the cord sometimes, but not like the.
Oh.
I did get a new cord with this one, so they
Okay.
did give me that, but
Okay.
I still had to buy like a new one for my car.
Uh-huh.
And then I had like one upstairs and like one in my office, so I have one accessible when
Yeah.
I need it. I had to go buy a couple more.
Stupid.
And yeah, stupid.
It is stupid.
I'm like, why can't they just have one?
It's just a money grab.
It is. Just have people already buy iPhones. Like, why do you have to
Right.
keep changing up the fucking charger?
They're already the most expensive phone on planet Earth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I get it. It's shitty.
It made me mad, and I was mad I had to buy some new ones. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
because I wasn't able to use Apple CarPlay for a few days
Oh, yeah.
because I didn't have my little thing that plugs in and puts on the screen, so I had to listen to the radio
Oh, yeah.
like an elderly person.
Mm-hmm. I also hate that. I have to do that in the Mini because it doesn't have Bluetooth or a plug or fucking anything. It's shitty. It's shitty shit. Yeah.
That was my only one.
Okay. My next couple have a theme.
Okay.
So people who show me their parts in public when I don't consent to it really pisses me off. So yesterday, I was at the nail salon getting a pedicure. And this lady comes in. So, you know, like the pedicure chairs, I mean, they're pretty much the same at every nail salon. It's like a big, fluffy kind of recliner type thing. You kind of have to like step up to get into it. So this lady across from me, she comes in. She's wearing a long dress. A pretty long dress, like past the knees, mid-calf. She gets into the chair. She pulls her dress up so high that she shows me her cooter. She's wearing no underwear. Her full cooter flashes me her beaver getting into the chair. I don't think she realized she did it, but it's almost like she had to try. Like, you're wearing a long dress. First of all, why the fuck are you wearing a dress to go to pedicure? Because you're going to sit there and have to pull it way up, and your cooter is going to be in the person's face when they do your...
Yeah.
Like, what's your plan here?
The
So,
audacity.
The audacity. I
of
saw
that
her
lady.
bare beaver. And it's kind of furry. Had some dark hair on it. has some dark hair on it. And I was like, do I say something? Like, I didn't, but I was pissed. Like, I didn't sign up to see your asshole or your beaver in public. I came here to get my nails done. I didn't come to look at your parts. If you're going to wear a dress, first of all, if you're going to wear a dress to the nail salon when you're getting in the chair, maybe at least throw on some underwear.
Yeah.
Or just fucking put on something else.
The audacity.
The audacity. I was pissed. I text Todd, and he goes, she probably did it on purpose.
I would
Maybe.
be so mad if I was the person who did her.
Yeah.
nails.
And then she kind of like started crossing her legs and putting her dress down. I'm like, well, did she fucking feel the breeze or what? Like, gross. Anyway,
But that is.
I don't like it.
I'm mad at her. I don't even know who she is. But
I
I'm
don't
pissed.
want to see your fucking beaver.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
Right.
Now, if I'm at a strip club, am I going to be mad that I'm seeing a beaver? No. That's what you do there. But at the fucking nail salon, I don't want to see. I'm not.
What about at the lake? Just because you were saying beaver. I'm sorry, stupid.
Well, I mean, like swimming suits. Even that would be a little more expected. A nip slip.
I was talking about the animal.
I know. I get it.
I know.
But
it's
like,
dumb.
there are times and places for beavers to be out,
Agreed.
and a nail salon isn't one.
Agreed.
Okay.
What is your opinion on breastfeeding?
Oh,
I'm a little
breastfeeding.
surprised that you care about that.
The
to be
beaver?
honest. Yeah.
I don't want to see someone's entire labia and vagina. Like, breastfeeding is completely different, in my opinion.
I agree.
Does it bother you?
No, but I wouldn't
Oh,
mind
yeah.
seeing
We
a
were
random
in
baby. either.
Scotland, and we were in a coffee shop, and this chick just had her tit out feeding her baby. And I was like, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
why is that different to me? It is. It's different to me. You shouldn't have to hide somewhere nasty to feed your baby.
I agree.
But you
But
shouldn't.
also, I feel like it's almost not safe around here because there's so many fucking people.
I would
that
expect somebody to, like,
make a
berate
gross
you.
comment or
Yeah.
take a picture or
Or be like, how dare you do that somewhere else?
yeah, like someone either be rude or perverted.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
I like that she felt safe enough that she didn't have to worry
Yeah.
about that.
It
That's
was like
wonderful.
super normal.
Yeah.
She just had it out, just feeding the baby. But, you know, it's not normal. Is showing me your bearded clam at the nail salon. That's not normal. It's not needed. You're not feeding anyone. No.
What if it was a random dick?
No, I still don't want that. Like, if there was just some weird creepo flashing his dick, like I picture the like tan trench coat. No, that pisses me off. I
What
didn't
about a
consent
guy
to that.
getting a pedicure, and he's got gym shorts on,
And you could see a ball.
and
No,
you could see a ball or his like.
that
dickhead.
pisses me off. Because I've also seen that. Like, have you ever like seen a guy with like basketball shorts on or something, and they sit down and they like man spread, and you can like see up a short, like one of the legs. Like, I've seen that a few times. I'm like, that pisses me off too.
Yeah.
If you can't keep control of your shit, wear different clothes or put some fucking underwear on.
Right.
I don't want to see it. No, and that pissed me off too. I don't care if it's a dick or a beaver or anything in between. I don't want to see it.
What about you're getting a pedicure and you see? I'm just thinking of scenarios.
No,
now.
please hit me with it.
And a girl comes in and she's got shorts that are like going up her butt, and you can see her butt cheeks.
Nope.
And she's just climbing in and putting her bare butt cheeks on.
No,
the chair.
that's nasty.
Okay, I was curious.
Because then the next person's going to have to sit there in your butt juice. That's gross. That's just unnecessary. No.
Agreed.
Don't do that. If you just want to walk around like that, that is fine. But if you're going to, people are sharing that space, they don't sanitize the seats in between.
Oh, this one time I was getting a pedicure. I saw a guy that was he worked there. He was doing pedicures.
Okay.
And a girl that came in really, really, really short shorts. And the second she sat down, he took one of their towels and covered her lap.
Oh, good. Yeah. I mean,
I
what
just
else
had
do
never
you
seen anybody
expect?
do that before. And I was
I've
like,
seen other
he
people.
went, whoa, that's too much. Whoa, whoa, lady.
I'm going to be looking at your labia
Yeah.
this whole time I'm doing your feet.
I think it's gross when people do that at the gym too.
Yes.
But cheeks
Yes.
seem like they're always out at the gym, and I don't know why.
Yes. I remember, I don't go to the gym anymore, but when I did, and I would see girls squat, I remember thinking, like, I went to F45, so you're kind of in a group setting, and you're pretty packed in there. It's small. So you do squats. So it's like there's an ass up in your face, like pretty close. And like I could see your entire asshole right now. Like there were times where I was like, if I were a pervert, this would be what I would want to do.
Yep.
Like, just come here, act like I'm doing squats and stare at everyone's butthole. Like, there's nothing left to the imagination.
Yeah.
They would wear, like, pants that were see-through when they squatted.
Oh yeah.
And some of the, even if they had a thong on or no thong, I'm like, I can see up your asshole right now. Like, do you not
See
look in
into
the
your
mirror?
stomach, bitch. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I can see what you ate
Clothes off.
last. Like, do you not look in the mirror before you leave?
Well, she probably
I-
did and went, ooh, I like this.
I'm
All
offended
the
by
boys
that.
at the gym are gonna like
Like,
it.
if I'm in an orgy and I'm like, okay, I'm going to see some naked people, that's fine. I will welcome it. It's expected. I don't want to just be out doing my daily activities and have to look at your insides. That's gross. I don't want it. And it makes me mad that you think everyone wants to see your stuff. I don't like it. That makes me mad.
I think that's reasonable.
Thank you.
It makes me mad too.
So the next one is very related. People who wear their pants so low in public that you can see their entire ass or underwear. So this is pretty much always a guy.
Always.
That wears like the sagging pants where they're entire, like, I'm talking like comically, like you're trying. So usually they have like boxers or underwear on, and it's like their shorts or jeans or whatever will come to the bottom of their ass cheeks. So it's their entire ass, underwear covered, entire ass is out. I'm like, what are you doing? It looks stupid.
Like, you didn't finish getting dressed,
You
sir.
did it. Like, what are you doing?
That's another reason why I wished I would have been on the ride to Costco, because I feel like I would have been like yelling things like that. Like, where are your pants, sir?
Did you forget something before you
Right,
left
right.
your
I was
house
like,
today?
Did you do anything? Did you say anything? Get a video
Yeah.
or anything? He's like, no.
It was a big boy. He's probably a little afraid.
Yeah, that's true. And
But if you're in a car, though, you just drive by
I
and
kind
be
of wish
like,
I could have just experienced the humor in the situation
Sure.
with him.
Sure.
Like, not that I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
want
yeah.
to see a big
Yeah.
naked dude, but
yeah, I get
I
that.
don't know. I just at least wanted to be like, how crazy was that?
I
huh?
would. I'd fuck with him.
Yeah.
Or like, dude, that reminds me of being like a teenager. Me and my friend would drive around, and if anybody was walking on the side of the road, like walking their dog, minding their fucking business, we would yell out the window and go, "Hairy balls!" just to be a menace. Drive by. So I would have done that.
Nikki.
I would have done that to him. I would have just been like, "Hairy balls," or like, "Bumblebee tuna, your balls are showing," or something. I don't know.
We used to drive around and honk at people. Like,
Oh, yeah.
honk at
Just
people's
to be dicks.
houses. Just to be obnoxious.
Sure.
Like, oh, I know someone who lives there.
Yeah, yeah.
Honk.
Like, they're gonna know it was
They're
me that
gonna
drove
know.
by. Yeah, stupid.
Stupid.
Kids are stupid.
Oh,
So,
man.
okay, back to the butt thing.
Oh, yeah, but. Forgot.
So I get mad about that, but especially if a guy's hairy ass crack is out in public, like it could just be they're big, their pants don't fit, they're bending over, or there's at one time at a concert, you were with me,
Yeah.
and I was sending you
No.
pictures of a hairy ass crack.
Yes, yes.
We were seated like a couple rows
Yeah, we were
apart.
at this.
Was
that
it a comedy show?
That was Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
An evening with Kevin Smith.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we were there, and there's person like catty corner from me. So it was like seats or rows of folding chairs, so you could see like a little gap. Think of like the lower, like top ass, lower back. That's probably my washer or dryer.
Okay.
The lower like, back ass crack area.
Yep.
You could see, and this guy's entire like his
Oh, yeah.
pants must have been like past his ass cheeks, and he was seated like how the fuck do you not feel that, sir? And I'm like joking, and I'm like, I'm gonna put an ice cube in there.
Yep.
And I remember
getting
I
that
was like
text from you.
sending pictures to you, and I was like, this is pissing me off. I have to watch this. I can't fucking focus on Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this guy's asshole. That is so rude.
That is so
It makes me so mad.
And it's so, yeah.
It's always a big old nasty fat guy with hairy ass
Yeah.
crack.
Big,
Cover
fat,
it
and
up.
hairy.
Cover. I don't want to
I'm gonna show my
see
ass to everybody.
your brown eye while I'm trying to watch a show.
So yeah, this is why I just don't ever want to leave the house again. And like, we paid money to go to that.
We did.
And like before the show even started, somebody
Somebody puked.
a couple rows. Was this going to be your next thing?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I was
don't
going to
wanna
say
ruin
it.
it, but yeah,
No. Go
like
ahead.
somebody just puked before the show even
Uh-huh.
fucking started, and like they don't stop to come clean.
Yeah.
Like,
We just had to
so,
smell it
yeah,
the whole
we
time.
just had to
It
sit
was
there,
bad.
and that's why I stay home.
Mhm.
Like,
I get it. It was bad. People ruin
if
it.
there's
Yeah.
People always ruin it.
strangers and crowds involved, fuck it. Some
get it.
dipshit's gonna ruin it.
That's so true.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
People suck,
Okay.
man.
People really do suck.
Do you have the? Oh, I'll wait till you're done. I have one, I guess.
Go ahead. That's all I got for this round.
The
You go.
so speaking of shitty things in public. And this happened on the flight, and I feel like this has happened to me every single time I've tried to go see a movie. I always get next to the guy that does that weird little like
The trucker snort.
trucker snort. I can't do it, so I can't.
I'll do it. Are you ready?
What's a trucker
Don't look at me.
Oh,
Yep. Like
oh, I'm upset.
I always get seated next to that guy
Yep.
if we go to movies or anything, and like I can't
Yeah.
fucking
Like
handle
a
it.
like
so-
a
that would-
redneck,
I would
and he
get
just
angry too,
does
yeah.
that like every 10 seconds.
Ew.
Yeah. We were on our way home. We were like 8-hour flight. There was a guy, the row behind us, doing that, and he was clearly like sick or something because he's fucking sneezing and snorting all over the place, and he's doing that trucker snort and like making the hockaloogie sound. Like I'm like,
hate that
where are you
noise.
putting your liquids? Where's all this going? In your hands, in the seat? Like, what are you doing? It was bad.
Oh
It was
God.
real bad.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, nasty. People suck.
Yeah. I don't want to offend any listeners, but anyone that makes that noise just will hopefully never reproduce. We don't need any more of you.
At one point, that guy, I mean, it was
agree.
so bad, and he was doing it so much. So it was very towards the end of the flight, and he was sneezing like 10 times in a row, which already pisses me off. But he couldn't get up and go to the bathroom. Like, we're landing. So he's doing that, and then at one point it was real bad, trucker snort, and then like did the hockaloogie sound, and then Todd said kind of loud, hoping the guy would hear. I think he goes, "No one will ever love you." It was so funny. Like, we looked at each other and we're like rolling our eyes. We're like, "Is this really happening?" And then he was like, "No one will ever love you." Like, God damn, yeah, that is nasty.
Dude, I usually,
Nasty.
when I travel, have like breathe right strips because my sinuses can get all fucked up from
Yeah.
like altitude
Sure.
and stuff. So I keep them like in my like bag. I would have like grabbed a handful of them and just turned around and just slammed them in his face. You're like, you need 1,000,000 of these, sir.
I thought about giving him some clean, like we had these little like tissue travel packs, and I thought about just like chucking a bunch back there. Like, here, you need this. Blow your fucking nose and stop snorting it through your sinuses.
There's just like medicine and stuff flying through the air
yeah,
randomly at
like
him.
shut the fuck
I've
up.
got cold and sinus.
I have some Benadryl. Take that and go to sleep.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, could you imagine his snoring though?
God,
If he passed
oh,
out.
God,
Oh God, it would
no.
probably be so
And he was
loud.
like a thin guy, but he was also like, what do I want to say? What did I call him? Like a ghetto cowboy?
No, you called him a cowbro.
Cowbro. That was it. A cowbro.
I like that.
Which was great.
Yes, he had like cowboy boots, tight jeans, and he was like a young, relatively attractive
Cowbro.
guy until I heard him. Then I was like, no one will ever touch you. But he had like a backwards ball cap with like the big douchey sunglasses on the rim of the hat. But then he had like tight pants and Wranglers and like cowboy boots and a belt. So he was like a cowbro.
Cowbro. That is totally a cowbro.
Yeah. And he made those noises.
you make
the whole
that
time.
up?
I think so. That's what Todd said. I think I did. I don't know. I don't know if I've heard it before.
I've never heard it before.
He was like a bro and a cowboy in one.
yeah, cowbro.
He was douchey.
I love
Douchey
it.
as fuck.
Oh, I'm gonna use.
Cowbro.
We've got those around here.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna use that. a
Oh,
lot.
yeah. And he was coming, well, we were flying to Chicago. So, I mean, he's Midwestern fuck. So, yeah.
Oop.
Oop. Oop. Yep. Okay, that's it for today for
Yeah.
my English shower thoughts.
I think that actually might. I think we've been going for over an hour.
Yeah, we have.
Yep.
We have.
We wanted to just kind of catch up for this
Yeah.
first. There's no surprise topic.
No
we'll do
surprise
that next week.
topic.
But
'Kay.
we hope you guys had fun
Yeah.
listening to us.
I talked a lot.
Yeah. You were the host. You did such a good job.
Thanks.
Hey, you had
Thanks,
good
everybody.
stuff. I liked it, and I still want to
Thanks.
hear more about
Well,
Scotland and
I've got more
about
for next time.
difference between the U.S. and the U.K.
Got a lot more on my list.
Yeah, I've got some other stuff to tell you about
'Kay.
as well. So
Perfect. Stay tuned, Gore Whores.
Yeah, there you go. Send us an email, thegoreholepod@gmail.com.
Yes. Thanks for coming back. We're so glad to be back.
We're so glad to be back.
We missed you.
I missed you too. Missed you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Stay gory.